So just so everybody knows, Model 3 is going to have the same charge port in the same location. This is a standard Tesla thing. Wow. Boy, that Sig Red, man. Elon, if you're watching this, we need Sig Red as an option. Reservation holders that were first in line deserve to have this color as an option.
Things so far about the X that you can point it out. I would say nothing that's more favored over its.
So
yeah, so you push
it's a
and the
two
headrest
push.
goes
So
down.
you push one to do the headrest down. I don't know if you heard that motor.
Yeah,
I'll
I heard
listen to it again. Now that's releasing the seat back.
Correct.
And I'll probably get XPEL put on those because they're really prone to fingerprints.
Beautiful seats though.
Yeah.
And these are aftermarket mats that I had commissioned. I'm going to put XPEL on the sills because they get that scratches up pretty well. Yeah. I'm not sure how to close it. I tried to close it automatically when it's all the way out. It didn't seem to work yesterday. On Autopilot, I'm a little bit nervous. People have talked about all of a sudden it just opened in traffic or whatever. So.
Yeah, you don't want that. That's true.
The sound system, actually, this is the premium sound. It's even better than the high fidelity sound in the Model S. So the sound system is much better.
Signature series. P90D with crazy ludicrous mode.
Typically, I guess they want you to use.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, they want the passenger to adjust it themselves.
Right.
Back here, here's kind of an interesting feature.
That's new now.
That's the one button
One button close.
Button close.
Opening
Yeah,
to a certain degree.
maybe. No. Apparently there's been some issues if you leave these open for a long time, so I'm wondering what's going to happen when they detail it at the reset.
Yeah, I took some footage of that.
So
they're magnetically held in place.
And
then you flip down.
Yeah. And I used it the other day. It wasn't too bad.
Do you feel that the tint on the windshield goes down far enough, or it's dark enough to really work?
Yeah,
or
I've had no concerns at all. I mean, if you think about it, the Model S windshield would have been about there.
correct?
Right? And I don't even know if we had dark tint on the top. I don't think there was. Now, it still had quite a UV coating.
Yes.
Because you can't really see in very well from the outside. But I've had no qualms at all with this windshield.
Yeah. All right, let's go. Let's do this.
All right, we're in the car going for a ride. And while we're driving, I've asked John to maybe explain some of his thoughts on the drivability and the different experience versus the other Teslas that he's owned.
Well,
So
I would
whatever.
say that, sorry, I'm just getting my phone out of my pocket here.
Yeah.
I'm sitting on it. I really don't notice that much difference. You definitely can feel that you're a little bit higher off the ground. It's a little bit bigger vehicle. For example, you can't see the front of the Model X from inside, but it's easy to get used to. You got the sensors as well. It feels heavier, it feels more substantial, but it still has a very, very similar ride and handling. I wouldn't say it seems at all like a regular SUV that's gonna sway when going around a corner and whatnot.
I can't get over this windshield.
Yeah.
Yeah, that beautiful windshield.
Yeah,
We're
it
commenting
is,
on that.
It just goes on forever.
Yeah. It's phenomenal.
And this is a similar experience we're anticipating in the 3. From a windshield?
Although it's going to be the other way around, isn't it?
Other
The
way around.
windshield's going to be more from where you are, Ken, back.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
going to be
Okay.
almost a reverse of this, a bit more of a traditional windshield in the front and a much bigger center to rear window in the back.
Well, so far I like what they've done with the 3 in terms of the design. The interior, well, we'll have to wait and see. I'd be happy the way it is, but it's certainly glad that they've got the new design language on the front. I think it's grown on most people. It's only the people that drive gasoline cars that have a problem without the grille.
Yeah.
Yeah, although I
Exactly.
honestly think if you notice that the X and the S now have that little V cutout, if you will, like around the
Yes,
logo. I think they'll end up doing that
Yes,
on the
yeah, they have to tie it together.
on the 3, and I think it will make it look a bit better if they do.
Of course. Yeah, I
But
anticipate
see the
they'll do
truck
that.
on the vehicle,
Okay,
noticing
so
the
that's a
truck
good
in
idea.
front of us.
Yeah, so I'm not-
It's not on autopilot, but it still senses everything.
Yeah, so it does, based on the radar, it does know that there's a large vehicle in front of us.
Yeah.
My understanding also shows motorcycles as well.
Yes. Yeah.
And most other cars show up as just other Teslas.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we're going to do a ludicrous mode here, boys.
Okay,
Sure.
all right.
Ready to rock.
Launch mode or
Steady
just
the
ludicrous?
Well, I can't even remember how to do launch, so we won't worry about it.
Okay, so
Are you ready?
we're in
Yep.
kilometers per hour, folks, not miles. So we're going to go to 100.
Yep.
That's equivalent to
Yep.
60.
That goes.
Oh, yeah. Okay, my wife wants one of these
That
now.
was 130, by the way.
Wow.
And we won't talk about what the speed limit is here.
We won't. Just ignore those signs.
Okay,
we saw.
folks.
Okay, here's that corner. Watch it. It still handles quite well.
Oh, it doesn't. There's no roll.
No.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, I gotta love that
And we're
1,200
doing-
pound battery pack.
We're doing
Very
100.
planted.
We're doing 100 around this corner.
And there's no roll. That's odd. It's a very odd feeling. There's very, like, just a small amount of body roll.
Yeah.
Did you almost lose your cookies there, Trevor?
What you know, you
I
see the
didn't. I just
YouTube
had to hold on
videos.
to
You
the
see the
camera.
YouTube videos, and
Yeah.
everybody talks about Ludicrous, but until you've experienced it,
Love it. Love it.
okay, honey, you know that ride, Superman ride that you like at Six Flags so much? Well, that's basically what it is.
I'm not showing my wife this video.
Oh,
I
well,
love
that's impressive. And it's instant. It's like
it.
slam.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not
There's
a
no
gradual. It's just like 100% torque at zero.
It does. I will tell you, it's hard to describe. It does feel a little bit different than the S. It just feels different. I think it's as fast.
Mhm.
Ludicrous on the X is similar to the insane mode on my S. I think when you look at the 0 to 60 mile an hour or 0 to 100 kilometer per hour tests, they're almost the same.
Right.
Ludicrous on an S, you can get 2.8, 0 to 60, but on the X, it's 3.2, which makes it equivalent to what my S was with Insane.
Right.
But it just feels different. I don't know whether it's because of the weight of the vehicle.
I think probably part of the weight.
G-force almost feels different.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's certainly noticeable for anybody who's never driven a car like that. That
Absolutely
is unbelievable.
I'm just going to take you okay? We'll go onto the highway and come back
Yeah.
on
Yeah,
autopilot?
Sure, no problem. Let's try out Autopilot.
Yeah.
Well, it's our understanding with the Model 3 that literally everything in the car is new. New motors, new inverters, new batteries, new everything. Largely because they've learned a lot from building these vehicles, but also because economies of scale and get the cost down.
Mhm.
That you basically have to start with a clean sheet. They've said many times the Model S and Model X were designed to work as opposed to be manufacturable.
Right.
And obviously, John, over time, you've gotten very familiar with the central screen system and where controls are, and obviously things have changed through updates, but anything different here that
No.
you've had to pick up on? So you've been able to
No,
slide-
other
kinda slide-
than, there's a front and rear AC system, so you can
Mhm.
see it front and rear. Right now we've got it all put in automatic.
Yep.
You can control the rear, which is on automatic for you as well, Ken, but
Yep.
that's separate. So that's new. There's the bio defense mode, which is put on now.
Did you ever get a response back from Tesla as to the cost of replacement filters
No.
for that yet?
No, I don't, and I've seen other posts on the forum where people have asked, and they don't know yet, believe it or not.
Right.
And is that a do-it-yourself replacement, or do you have to take it in
I
for those
don't
filters?
know.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone can figure it out.
It's not a
Pretty big
typical
filter, but
cabin air filter
Yeah.
kind of setup.
yeah. And awesome sound system if you're interested.
Sure, absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, the cameras won't probably pick it up too well, but. And the sound system's more improved than the one you had before? Like a little police.
It'll restrict the speed. So if you see the sign says 60,
Yeah.
Correct.
I put autopilot on now, it's going to limit it to 70.
70, so 10
It limits
over.
it to 10 kilometers over, which is kind of cool in that I think this will be coming down the road with autopilot improvements, that it'll change speeds. So it will not normally change speeds because of the speed signs unless you're on a non-divided road like this.
Okay.
But I bet you will eventually see that because obviously it can recognize it with the new 8.0 or whatever is going to come out.
Yeah.
So if you're in 100 and it went to 90 or you went to 80 or something, or a construction zone, it would automatically adjust for you. And I've seen it do this. It'll go up to 80, back to
Yeah.
70, down to 60 as the as the speed limit changes.
Is that the camera picking the signs, or is that GPS
I
knowing
think
that
it's
the
picking the
roads
signs.
Yeah, mine does the same thing too. It picks up the road, the
Right.
speed limit signs, and puts it on
Okay.
my digital dash.
Yeah, now,
Yeah.
one small thing to me is the autopilot engages a little bit differently here. So when I double pull, it goes into autopilot. You used to push on the end and it would turn it off. That doesn't happen now. You push away and it turns off.
Okay.
So it took me a minute to get used to that. And then have you seen the Easter egg?
Yeah, 10 times.
Oh yes.
It's only 5 times for that. 10 times is on the charger.
On the charger
but
port for the
I
disco
haven't-
lights on the
yeah, I
charger
haven't been
port.
able to do that
Disco
yet.
lights.
And we can do an automatic lane change here. We should be able
So
to.
you just put your indicator on, and as long as you're in autopilot, it's supposed to switch over as long as it's safe.
It's not doing it. There we go.
Oh, there we go. So now it's switching lanes.
Again, really shouldn't go on autopilot through the intersection, but
Right.
we will.
The highway's better for this kind of
Yeah.
thing. So you had anybody?
Okay, let's see. You ready? Are we going to trust it?
You're not pressing on the
You're
brake.
trusting
touched
it.
it. I haven't
I'm
touched
trusting it.
anything.
Oh, that's
Wow.
sweet. It felt like you're just doing it, but that's completely
did.
automatic.
And the car in front of us is blue, so it's tracking that car
Yeah,
now.
and the car beside you as well.
Yeah,
Wow.
but the blue means that's a vehicle it's tracking to. Now it's just going to.
For the auto.
It'll move ahead. Yeah.
Wow. So this is all auto still.
Yeah, this is all.
Yeah,
These
so
are
for-
baby steps towards full autonomy.
Yeah, I mean that felt,
Start
John, like you were in control. It did not
Yeah.
feel.
I mean,
Maybe as
I was.
abrupt?
Don't worry, folks. I had my hands nearby and my feet
no,
near
yeah.
the brake, but.
Yeah, he's not doing anything. The car is
that's cool.
dutifully following the vehicle in front of us.
Again, I'll stress that they don't recommend it be used in a non-divided highway situation, but now that's why they restrict it to 10 kilometers over.
Mm-hmm.
The intent is really more to do with use it on a divided highway.
So have you haven't had anybody kind of flag you down and say, what kind of car is that? Or, oh my God, it's a Model X, first one I've seen? Or is it still relatively
Yes,
kind of like under the radar
I can
these
tell
days?
you that not as much as when I got my Model S signature, it was one of the first few in Canada. Like, it was ridiculous the amount of attention you get. I had people turning around on the highway.
Mm-hmm.
I had people videoing me beside the vehicle.
Sure.
And lots of people coming up, what is this? Who makes it? Tesla? I know, but who makes it?
Yeah, the usual who makes it.
So what I can tell you about this car is, at a cursory glance, I think a lot of people don't realize it's an SUV.
Yeah.
If they know Tesla or they look closely, they realize it's a Model X, and you watch and you can see people say, it's a Model X, and they're pointing.
Yeah, they're pointing.
Or I was at my daughter's house. I'm going to pull a UE and go around here,
Mhm.
maybe. I don't know what's going on. I was at my daughter's house a couple days ago, sorry, and she said there's a black truck pulled in the driveway. She said, I wonder who this is.
Uh-huh.
It was somebody driving by that saw the Model X and
And they
pulled into
had
the
to stop
driveway
and look at it.
and came up and knocked on the door and said, can we have a look at it? So,
They call that Tesla time.
yes. So, I don't know why we've got a big traffic jam up here, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, don't waste your time. These guys turn around as well.
But I think I'll see it more.
Well, now that deliveries are starting, they had about 30 of them down at Lawrence there the other day. They're
yeah. I
starting
mean,
to come
I
out
think
now.
they're starting to. I don't know the exact numbers, but I'm guessing I was the 6th or 7th that they delivered here in Toronto, and but the Falcon Wing doors will certainly. I mean, I haven't used them a lot.
Yeah, but if you're in a public place and you turn those things on,
that's where it's going to
be a
garner
swarm.
the attention. So I got to
Yeah.
get prepared for that. Yeah. Take the valve off. I don't really need it. So you saw autopilot anyhow.
Sure. You're binging away. I, for one, welcome our new digital overlords.
Just don't give them the nuclear launch code.
That's right. Excellent. Good job. Kudos to the Tesla software engineers.
Nice.
Excellent.